so thrilling right now. Thank you each and everyone for giving this valuable time and making it worthwhile. And we can directly start, but I would like to thank Jay and Gordon for this event. It's such a platform, and all the speakers, especially for their valuable time. I'm so thrilled that I'm going to learn so much. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to learn too. And let's just get started. I don't want to talk. I'm not the speaker today, so.
Yes, so we're going to start, and as I just wanted to give a heads up to our keynote speakers, we do have a time frame, so each one of you will have a certain time to speak. But first of all, our humble gratitude for you, for your time, for being here, for setting this time to be here and inspire others through your story or talk, whatever you're going to tell us today, tips. So thank you so much. And for the rest, thank you so much for being with us again. So we're going to start. We will go ahead and start with our first speaker. Shilpi, go ahead.
So let's welcome our guest speaker. She's Aisha Sardar Kasif, and she's very renowned in her work of life. Let's hear it from her. Please unmute yourself and let's hear it from you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Shilpi. And thanks, Diana. You are amazing. And yeah, my name is Aisha Sardar, and I'm a psychologist. I am the CEO of Global South Asian Women. And I just want to start by saying that what a pleasure it is to be present with all of you here today. A very happy International Women's Day to everyone. And yeah, why do we celebrate Women's Day? Like the definition says, to acknowledge all achievements and contributions made by women. But then I have been speaking on this topic for a couple of days, and I feel there are a lot of issues behind it, which we have not discovered yet. Those are gender inequality among all, which stands out to me. My father has been my biggest role model, more than my mom. Yes, I love my mom to bits, but then I have always been my daddy's girl. He used to always tell me to follow my heart. He was a fearless person and taught me to be the same. He said, don't opt, choose, or do something or fit into a box because somebody else wants you to. And I didn't. Some say I'm too strong, too aggressive, or rebel too. I might be, I might not be. I want to think it's their perception, not mine. Because it's taken me a long time to believe that and question what others call me or think of me. To be honest, I just want to break out of those boxes. I'm just trying to think out of the box. Now, in the process, if I break whatever comes in my way, I'm fine. Who is not, right? It sometimes feels nice to break things. I also have evolved. How? I want to be better. I want to better myself, not by competing with someone else. Like, the quote says, be the better version of yourself. I want to become the best version of me that I could be. And when I'm trying to do that, I am going to face a lot of barriers. Every profession, especially affecting women and members of minorities rising beyond a certain level in a hierarchy, are going to face it. But it helps if you have people who believe in you, in themselves, and in the common goal that is going to help us go a long way. There are a few helpful pointers I have picked up from some great leaders and who I follow, mostly from my dad, which I want to share with you today. I actually wanted to speak on the tools to be you, but then when I was thinking of what I want to talk about, I came up with these pointers. So I'm okay to go with this instead of that. These have helped me reach and set higher standards for myself, and I hope it'll help you too. This is one of my favorite topics, and so I don't mind Please don't mind if I take a few extra minutes just going through this one. I promise I'll keep it interesting. I will not bore you. Okay. Fight for what is yours. Fight for your rights. Never give up. I have always fought, and I am going to fight more. We are often told as women what is right for us, how we should dress, where we should go, how we should obey. As women, sometimes others decide what we do or don't do. Not only that, not only with our time, but with our goals, with life, with our bodies. For example, abortion. I think it is my right. I should be able to make the decision whether I want a child or not. I think it is my right to be involved on the decisions that will affect my life. I think it is my right that socially I'm afforded the same respect as men. But sadly, I can say that there is no one society in the world where all women can expect to receive these rights. No society or country which can yet say that they have achieved gender equality. These rights, which I consider to be human rights. But I am one of the lucky ones because I have been surrounded by a lot of feminists. I want to name especially the male feminists in the family, like my father, brother, and most importantly, my husband. He always believes that we are equal. Any decision, big or small, we both have to agree on that. So why does the society feel that women cannot take decisions or be the decision maker? Men and women, like we know, are different. We have different abilities physically, mentally, and emotionally. I want to say women are more smarter than men, and that's the stats. So don't hold me for it. You can go check it. It's all, you can Google it if you want to. Men in general are physically stronger than women. There are some women who are strong, but then the average is like men are physically stronger. But about 52% of the world's population is female. But most of the positions in power are occupied by men. A man and a woman doing the same job, being equally qualified, but whose pay scales don't match. I want to know why. In the past, we lived in a world in which physical strength was the most important for survival, and one who was strong led the troops. Then things changed. The kings didn't need to be in the battlefield. They had the stronger armies who fought for them. So we evolved. Today, the person more likely to lead is not the one who is physically strong. It is the one who is more resourceful, intelligent, advanced, innovative. A woman is equally resourceful, intelligent, creative, advanced, and innovative as a man. We have evolved for sure, but it seems to me that the idea of gender and equality have not. So if we look at statistics, and if women make up more than half of the world's population, in the sense we are in majority, and when it comes to forming governments and running a country, majority is in charge. So why are we not? Maybe we are not taking ownership. Ladies, let's band together. Let's vote out the current government and take over the world. Can we do that? Yes, we can. But is that what we want to do? We just want equality. We just want to be heard. We want to be the decision makers. We want to muster the courage among girls and women to see their value as leaders and support them in these efforts. A few years ago, I would be angry while I spoke about these issues. Maybe I'm getting older, more mature, or probably I understand what needs to be done to make these changes. Because I believe deeply in us as a competent society to make ourselves better. Gender matters. And I would like to hope for a world, a fairer world, a world where men, women, and all the genders receive equal respect, status, and pay too. Don't get me wrong, men and LGBTQ community have their own issues. For example, we suffocate the humanity of boys. We teach boys to be brave, not to show fear, weakness, vulnerability. We teach them to mask their emotions. We teach girls to stay in the background. We tell them they can be ambitious, but not too much. They can be successful, but not more than your husbands or male figures. They cannot show their success in public. Otherwise, you will be emasculating the men in the family. But why should women's success be a threat to man, right? I come from an Indian culture. And let me tell you, girls are expected to prepare for marriage at a very young age. They're expected to make life choices, always keeping in mind that marriage is the end goal. A marriage can be good. It can be a source of joy, love, and mutual support. But why do we teach girls this and not boys? I know young women who are under so much pressure from family, friends, society to get married, and they're pushed to make terrible choices. But the reality is more difficult and more complex. As a psychologist, I can tell you we are all social beings. We want to be loved. We want to be liked. We want to be accepted. We teach women that relationship is one that one needs to compromise. Oh my God, there's so much unlearning to be done here. Gender is not an easy conversation to have. It's summits like this which help us initiate the conversation and raise our voices to be heard and find equality. That brings me to our second pointer, collaboration. Like Napoleon Hill and our friends at LFS keep reminding us, surround yourself with people who lift you up. Make those partnerships. Focus on the positives. We need everyone involved, not just women, but all genders. The society as one has to eradicate the gender inequality and advocate for change. I don't just want us to talk about it. I want everyone to try and make sure that it's tangible. I work with a lot of women. I work in the community as a counselor, as a psychologist, as a friend, as a CEO of the Global South Asian Women. The more women I speak to, the more I realize how strong we are. But we cannot expect effective change when we have only one gender that feels invited or feels comfortable participating in these conversations. We all live in the society, and to implement effective changes, we all need to work together to address them as one. We often make the mistake of thinking that something that is obvious to us as women is obvious to everyone, but that's not the case. For example, men who are progressive and brilliant don't understand when we say things are different or harder for women. They believe maybe in the past, but not now. And I do understand. To some extent, they are right, because we have come a long way, but we still have a lot more to go. This is why, to achieve what we want, we not only want women to change the way they think, but also need more men and other genders who can champion these changes and stand up for what is right. We also remind girls that their small voices are in fact not small at all. They can be effective. They can affect change. In doing this, we remind women that their involvement matters, that they need to become active in their communities, governments, parliamentary positions. It is just crucial that women need a seat at the table. In some cases where this is not available, well, what do? I am ready to get my hands dirty, and I'm sure you all are. But this time it's not for cleaning dishes. Let's pick up an axe, cut some trees, and create our own table. Should we not?
Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you so much, Aisha. You are such an inspiration. Your speech is phenomenal, and you nailed with all your points. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry I had to interrupt here because we have other amazing speakers just like you who are waiting eagerly to share their points as well. So thank you very, very much for your time. And we truly appreciate. What do you say, Shilpi?
Absolutely. I second Diana. Whatever you said, Aisha, it was amazing. It was really amazing. But, with the time and all the speakers, we would love to hear you more and more, but that's how we have to proceed because we want everyone to get the opportunity to hear all the speakers. So thank you so much. Diana, should we move to the second speaker?
Yes, absolutely. So here we are going to move to our second keynote speaker. She is none other than the CEO of Rich.
Think and
Sorry, Think and Grow Rich of the Caribbean Institute. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm just a human. All right.
That's okay.
All right. She is Rosetta Kadi. Rosetta Kadi, please help yourself, unmute, and come and inspire us with your story. Let's go.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you to Jay and Gordon and the Landed for Success team for putting this event together. And thank you to all the wonderful women here. Happy International Women's Day. And it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. So here's my story. One morning, I was awakened by a loud noise. I got out of bed, walked to the bathroom, and then I saw her. The woman in the mirror. This woman who I've always seen seemed unrecognizable. She had this twinkle in her eyes as if to say, I overcame. She remembered the days when she was so hungry she had to lay down on her bed constantly as to preserve her energy. She knew at a very young age that if she wanted anything out of life, she would have to go out and get it. So she had a desire. She had a desire, and her desire was burning deep within her. It was like blood flowing through her veins. So she made a commitment to getting her dreams and to bringing her dreams into reality. But we live in a society where people forget their commitment at a drop of a hat. They forget all the promises they made to their family, to their friends, and especially to themselves. In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill spoke about the guy who was mining for gold and only to stop 3 feet away. He was mining for gold for months, and then one day he decided to quit. He sold all his equipment to a junk guy, a junk man who went and sought counsel, only to find out that the gold is 3 feet away from where the previous miner had stopped. The previous miner stopped 3 feet away from gold, 3 feet away from hitting the jackpot. And I know many of you women are out there, you're only 3 feet away from your blessings, 3 feet away from bringing your dreams into reality, 3 feet away from having the life you desire, if you just stay committed for a little bit longer. Do not sell your blessings because things get hard. Do not sell your blessings because it seems impossible. If you have a purpose, if you have a desire that is strong enough, you will find a way. When people tell you that it's too hard, you'll make it easy. When people tell you that it's impossible, you'll make it possible. So just keep pushing and keep going. And as I looked at the woman in the mirror, she had this fierce look in her eyes, one of resilience. She had been through it all, heartache, pain, sorrow. But every time she got knocked down, she would get back up. And there were times when she got knocked down and it hurt so much that all she could do was cry out. You got to remember, no matter what you're trying to create, you will meet roadblocks and barriers along the way. All of us suck in the beginning. We all suck in the beginning. Life is a way of knocking us when we're down. Life is a way of knocking us off our high horse. But Muhammad Ali said, you don't lose if you get knocked down. You lose if you stay down. So get up and go after the things that you desire. The things that you have gone through, the things that you have experienced have been a training ground to prepare you for this moment, this time. So do not quit on your dreams. And as I look at the woman in the mirror, she had this smile on her face, one of contentment and peace. And then I noticed the bump on her chest. It was where the line was, the one that was hooked up to the dialysis machine so she could stay alive. No matter what she was going through, she would adapt. This was something she knew too well. See, the financial circumstances got to be too much for her parents, so they sent her to live with her aunt. And that was the beginning of a very long journey within her family circle. Adaptability was a requirement. See, if you want success in life, you have to be flexible. You have to adapt. And this is something that successful people know too well. But too many of us, when we're faced with challenges and when we're faced with adversity, we give up at the first sign of adversity. We give up at the first sign and we complain and we stumble. But if we only knew that diamonds are made under pressure, and it's through that pressure where you know your true strength. How will you know to get back up if you weren't knocked down? How will you know how strong you are if you didn't get a heavy load to carry? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to remember, it doesn't matter what we are going through. We cannot let that take us off or rob us of our happiness. Take this pandemic, for example. I see so many people that are lose their smile and that are upset and that are they get angry because of everything that was going on around them. They lose their happiness. They let it rob them of their joy and their peace. But we don't lose our happiness because of a particular event in life. Let's take rain, for example. Rain doesn't make you happy or unhappy. There's no value of happiness in rain. But there's no value of happiness in rain. If you think life should be generous to you, if you want to water your plants and you think life should be generous to you and give you water for your plants, and life does that, then you're happy. But on the other hand, if you want to go outside and sunbathe, the rain makes you sad. No one has ever sat on the sand looking at the ocean and say, you know, I love the ocean, but please mute the sun. No, you deal with the experience. So no matter what it is that you're going through in life, you embrace it and you deal with the experience. Because happiness is that calm, peaceful feeling we feel inside when we're going through life and when we're going through the fire. It's that calm, peaceful feeling inside when all hell is breaking loose and bombs are going on around us. We just deal with the experience and we're happy. We don't let adversity and chaos rob us of our joy and of our peace. We deal with the experience, we embrace it. And if you can change a situation, you change it. But if you can't, you adapt to it. You learn from it. And you grow from it. You understand it. And you move on. And as I watched the woman in the mirror, she had this glow on her face. The one as if, I believe I could, so I did. The woman in the mirror knew that in order for her to get her dreams, she had to have 100% unshakable belief in who she is. But there are too many people who, they don't have a problem believing in their God or believing in circumstances or believing others outside of them to get their dreams. But when it comes on to believing in themselves, it's a battle of the mind. They let doubt and fear set in, and then they get stuck. They get stuck and they live in this mental prisons with door wide open, and anytime they could escape, but they won't because they will not believe in themselves. So ladies, track down your fears, whatever they are. Deal with them head on. Shift your perception. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Be open to surrender. Surrender the things that have become comfortable. surrendering the things that have become familiar, letting them go in order to get the things that you truly desire. And finally, I asked the woman in the mirror, how did you do all those things? And she looked back at me and she asked, how did you do all those things? That's when I realized that woman was me. The one who defied the odds growing up, taking it upon myself to achieve my goal through the power of my mind. The one who kept getting knocked down and kept getting up. The one who was told that she was too weak. The one who people tried to keep down. Every time she got knocked, she get up, people try to keep her down. But she refused to stay down. I know a lot of people are going through challenges and different things in our lives. We all have our own demons to fight, and some of us have more demons than the other. Whether your demon is financial circumstances, health issues, emotional issues, mental issues, you have to understand that do not give up. When you come face to face with your demon, what do? Do you just sit down and let it consume you? Or do you get up and fight with everything you've got? You got to fight with everything you got and show that demon who is the boss. Show that demon who is in charge. Because we have one chance at this game called life. One. Life is not a Nintendo game. You don't get another chance. We have one shot at this game called life. So what are you going to make of it? What are you going to do with it? Before I close, I just want to remind you that it doesn't matter what people say about you. What matters is what you say about you. It doesn't matter if anyone sees your dream or not. They don't need to see it. The only one who needs to see your dream is you. The only one who needs to believe in your dream is you. So before I close, let me just make sure, ladies, that the woman who's staring back at you in the mirror is one of great character and strength. Because life has a way of knocking us when we're down. And if you let it, it will keep you down. I am Rosetta Q, the CEO of the Think and Grow Rich Caribbean. Thank you for your time.
Wow.
Wow.
That was Rosetta. Your speech is mind blowing, and you are like, you look like an actress. Do you act? Are you an actress? You very
No.
well. Like I saw a play right now at the theaters, and your speech was amazing, and it was very well portrayed, very well said. What do you think, Shilpi?
I was moved.
Thank you.
I'm moved with your speech. Truly, the girl in the mirror. Oh my God. I think every girl who is listening, who will be listening, will at least once take a moment and just look into the mirror and ask these questions. It's amazing how you said, I think all the girls, once in our life, I think we see the mirror and we should ask that, and answer ourselves what exactly we want. It was amazing, Rosetta. It was so moving. I actually had chills. Trust me, I did. It was amazing.
And it was very well said that we live once. We are here for a purpose, and it is our job to know the purpose and live our life to the fullest. So thank you so much, Rosetta, for those beautiful, beautiful, encouraging words. Thank you, and I hope everyone is enjoying this so far. Whoever is watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, please do not forget to hit that little share button or give us a little heart if you like us, and support us even if you're not being part of this event here in the Zoom. But if you are watching on Facebook, or if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching it on another day, please do not forget to hit that share button and that little bell button, subscribe to us, and also send us a little hearts. All right, Shilpi, we should move on
Yes,
because
yes,
Rosina finished
absolutely.
exactly
Absolutely.
at her time.
Before moving to the next guest, actually, I would request everyone who are in the listening mode, please mute your mic so that our speaker can continue without any interruption. That would be really, really highly appreciated. And so the next speaker we have, she is the business placement advisor with Humber Faculty of Business, founder of Canadian Women's Organization Wings. She is none other than Sanjukta Das. We welcome her here, and Sanjukta, the floor is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Oh my God, what an amazing evening so far. And I truly, truly feel very privileged and honored for sharing the screen with so many dynamic and incredibly amazing women in front of me. Tonight, I first want to start by expressing my deepest gratitude to two spearheads of Landed for Success, Jay and Gordon. I mean, a huge, huge, big clap of applause to you. And I truly want to say that I'm extremely grateful that you have created this portal for us to voice our opinions, to voice ourselves, to be able to speak. Thank you. And having said that, I also want to say that, there is a time in every person's life when you question yourself, what have I done to be invited as a speaker tonight? Let me tell you, Landed for Success, this is one such moment for me. And as I say this, I am actually taken down my memory lane to my very humble beginnings about my journey. Not that my journey is exemplary, but like my previous speaker just said, there is so much to learn from each one of us. So I just want to share my journey because, I was one of those very, very lucky girls to be nurtured by a very dynamic mother. My mother had held a very responsible position in a government hospital. She was an extremely elegant, educated, smart, and very, very beautiful woman. She was someone that the community always showered compliments. But she gave birth to two daughters who looked like their father, who weren't probably as beautiful as her when they were little girls. And when I say this, today I'm able to smile about it and talk about it. But I hope many of us know when you are growing up in the shadow of someone who is very, very beautiful, you have struggles. And I was no different. My first trigger was when I was a very, very small girl of about 5 years, 6 years. We were two sisters. We held our mother's hand and we had gone for a social event. And there were guests there who were audacious enough. Today I use the word audacious, but we come from a country called India where the biases are ingrained. Guests actually mentioned that, oh, they don't look like you. And my mother did not brush it away with a smile or just very complimentarily said, yeah, they look like their father. No. That is where her training started. She stopped to tell them, wait till they grow up. They will be a far smarter version of their mother. And she did not stop there. She came back home and she told us that they do not have the eyes to see who you are. She injected us, I use the word injected, with a confidence that we grew up with ever since we were 5 to 6 years of age. She told us that, looks have no credit or discredit. They're born with it. So do not depend on how you look. Make sure you have a presence. Following which, she put us in a very, very good school for our education and kept saying, even though we were not able to afford, she said, an English school education is going to take my daughters very far. I did not understand. Today, whatever I'm doing is because of my English communication skills. So, going back, I started nurturing qualities, talents that my mother was training me with. So, I was growing up with a lot of accolades for my activities. I happened to meet Mother Teresa and work with her at a very, very young age. I was so lucky. But on the other hand, every time the community around me said something that was not very praiseworthy, I would be impacted. I would be impacted in a way that would deplete my confidence, that would deplete my energy, that would deplete my feeling good about myself. And I kept struggling with this. I realized that the remote control of my feelings were actually in the hands of others. No matter how much my mother was teaching me, don't feel upset. Because those were the days when my mother was the only mentor. There were teachers in the school too, and it wasn't very unusual that they too punctured my confidence. Years rolled by, and I grew up with very good education, lots of recognition, but something in me kept telling me that this is not what I want. I want something else. What is it that I want? I want to be more successful. I want this. I want that in life. But very soon, I also recognized that 10 praises would uplift me. But if there was one negative comment, that would deplete my entire confidence. So there was something that I was fighting with. How to stay positive all the time. So I kept looking and looking, because now years moved ahead and I had become a young mother. And now I had 2 small children that I had to raise. I was stressed. I was very tired all the time, but I had dreams. And so I started looking here. I started hearing, very powerful speeches. I started looking for mentors. But there was, again, when coming back to myself, I would not feel what I was wanting to feel. So, my dear audience, this battle went on with life. I was successful, but I saw that I was always vacillating with other people's opinion. I was always dependent on what others told me. And in my search, I came across this very powerful organization, which is called the Art of Living Foundation, that was giving courses for personality development. And I sat in that course. And that was the turning point in my life. Because what I learned is I was looking everywhere to be confident, to be focused, to be courageous. But the actual secret of it actually lay just below my nose in my breath. That the quality of my mind and breath are connected. If I don't feel positive, how am I going to spread positivity? If I don't feel confident, how can I come across as somebody who is confident? Exactly this is what I learned, that the mind and the breath are connected. I may go on telling myself that I'm not going to feel jealous when I see someone who is more prosperous. But then one trigger, and again I go back to that feeling. How do I come out of it is what I learned. I learned that if I work on my breath, I can change the quality of my mind. And that led to the next step of learning how to work on the mind. That taking a shower every day, that brushing my teeth every day is something that has become part of my regular activity. What happens to the punched negative emotions that are piling up within? How do I cleanse that? Because if I don't get to cleanse my mind, I become what I'm carrying within me. I have a presence. And I'm sure you'll agree that each one of us know when a person walks into the room, we know exactly the vibes that she emits. It's not by her words always. It is the presence. And to make that presence a permanent aspect of my persona, I needed to work on my mind. And that is when I decided that I need to learn the tools and techniques to keep my mind empowered, to keep my mind positive. And soon I learned that meditation is one of the most powerful techniques in cleansing the mind, in making the mind so beautiful that it affects your entire consciousness, it affects your entire persona, it becomes your being. And tell me, what would this world look like if each one of us became a positive lighthouse that we are? In fact, each one of us already are. Look at our roles in our family, in the community, at our workplace. We are walking, talking lighthouses. And this is exactly why I said that my talk today is going to be the flight within. We keep looking for external stimuli, that this is going to empower me, that is going to empower me. But very, very honestly, if we learn how to take our vision inside, and it's a technique, like we learned swimming, like we learned bicycling, learning meditation is a technique that it has been and will remain. And we have understood this through the pandemic, how everybody has been going through mental health issues. We know and we absolutely acknowledge why we need to work on the mind. And moving countries, when I came to Canada, I think if I did not have meditation in my life as a very, very purposeful daily activity, I would not be where I am. To have a dream, because the universe was giving me a second chance to construct my life. To have dreams was very natural. But how can my poor network that I had as a new immigrant support me in order to grow, to be the person I was wanting to become, to be a purposeful person in the community. Trust me, it is only and the only tool that helped me to be where I am. I am not a very old immigrant, but I could find myself the exact dream job that I wanted to step into. I was able to have a nonprofit organization that has over 700 women in business as members. I call it Women's Initiatives to Nurture, Grow, and Support Wings. I was able to do because I learned the technique to stay centered, to stay grounded within, to give back dynamic activity. So yes, dear ladies, tonight I want to tell you that I am grateful to many, many people who have come in my life, but I truly think that turning within has been my greatest inspiration, has been my greatest tool to be where I wanted to be. And
Wow.
once again, before I end, I would love to say that each one of you start learning meditation as a technique, because each one of you sitting here have a role in the community. You are here because you are a leader. Let no one else redefine you. But in order to remain that powerful person, learn meditation through whichever organization, but learn how to meditate. You have learned how to swim. You have learned how to cycle. Learn meditation. Meditation is not focusing. Meditation is not just keeping quiet and taking a walk in the forest. It is a technique of letting go, not letting those negative things impact you, of cleansing your mind and making that a perfect and beautiful holder of thoughts that is going to help you to focus, that is going to help you to become who you want to be, where you want to see yourself. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
This was
Amazing.
amazing.
Thank you so much for injecting us with great points of your own life journey, Sanjita. That was amazing. And what a blessing that you had in your life to work with Mother Teresa. That is a blessing.
I want to mention, I've been very blessed with two people. One is His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, who introduced me, because I am an Art of Living teacher, and this is what I teach as my volunteer work. And Mother Teresa came in very early in my life, and that is how I learned that unless you work for the community, you're not going to get back.
Very well said. Very well said.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so that was amazing. Yeah, Shilpi, go ahead. Yes.
I would again request everyone, those who have their mic not on mute, please put on mute, because I'm so sorry, Sanjukta. There was some interruption while you were giving the speech, but it was amazing. We are really blessed to have you and blessed to have everyone here. So we'll move to the next speaker, the next special guest we have.
Sorry, Shilpi, I just wanted to interrupt and say we have amazing speakers, and you and I, we are super blessed to be here among these amazing leaders who are giving great points, not only to you and me, but to everyone that is part of this event. And we have 5 speakers. We have 2 more great speakers waiting to blow your mind. But since we are celebrating International Women's Day, Shilpi, we have a special guest.
Yes,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. Elite Women in Power Summit 2022 has a special appearance here, and now I'm going to announce her name. It was a mystery for so many people, I know. So her name is Swapna Debroy. She is Mrs. India Universe 2020-2021, Mrs. Confident, subtitled A Businesswoman, Designer, Stylist, Spiritual and Positivity, and an upcoming author in Ladder for Success, Volume 3. Swapna, the floor is all yours.
Hello, everyone. You have gave all introduction about myself, so I don't have to speak. I want to say thank you, Sanjukta. You kind of described my life in your words. Okay. So moving on, what I want to talk about today is an ingredient that changed my life. You know, we are made of so many ingredients. So one of the ingredients I want to pick up and talk about it, which is confident. So this confident shift my life to glory. You can see I'm winning a crown and all this. So what is confidence? What is confidence? Confidence is not knowing something, you know. Confidence is delivering what you know, delivering the thing that you know. If you can really deliver it properly, that means you are confident. So throughout my life, I have learned how to be confident through, of course, meditation and all this. But I have come with some little rules or little, what do I say, notes that you can apply in your life and be confident about, you know. So what are those? I see there are some C's, like confidence starts with C, right? We have 5 C's and like a circle of life, and you can be confident using those. So first one is compromise. Don't compromise your dreams, your beliefs, you for anything else in the world. When you realize that I am, like when you realize you are not there, you don't exist in this world, kind of mostly what happens with women. We are here, but we don't realize we at all exist. When you realize that, okay, I am here and I am a present, that's when you actually can be something or someone or whatever, right? The other one is capability. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because no one in this world knows everything. The geniuses also doesn't know everything, okay? So don't doubt yourself. The third one is criticism. There's going to be criticism no matter what you do. Just cut out the criticism and take the good part. If there is nothing, just look at yourself and say, I'm going to go with this. That's it. And the fourth one is centered. No matter what you do, keep your center focused. What you want, where you want, whatever you want, just keep yourself focused. The world will go around and the day will come and night will go like that. But keep yourself centered. That will make you a confident person, because you may learn thousands of books. You may read world's knowledge. You may have everything. You may dress well, look good, and no matter what. But if you don't know how to deliver it, if you don't know how to present it there, nothing works. Nothing matters at the end of the day. You know, it's all going to be inside you. It's like an exam. It's like writing an exam. You read everything. But when you are writing a test, if you don't put it out there, it's pointless. So this is how you use your confidence. You use this thing and you become you, and just go with the flow in the world, and you can face anything. Never let people really carry through you. Shine within. That's how you can really show what you are inside. I was, in my childhood to now, I was a very shy girl, not even could even form one line, really did not dress or, you know, do whatever. As Sandukta said, I didn't even know how I was, like how I looked, to a point where I can make somebody look fabulous just in seconds. This is what I do. You know, I have I work with fashion and all this. So, and anywhere you place me or talk, I can talk to anybody. I don't have, because I know not knowing is not a big deal. At least I know I can learn. So I go with that. If I know, it's great. If I don't know, I learn. What's in that? So that kind of led me to whatever point I am in my life. with the crown. And actually, I also got Mrs. Confidence title. So that I could see that, I reflect that in my words, in my expression, in my everywhere. When I stand in the stage, that was my first walk. And I never walked on the stage, but the moment I sat on the stage, I just felt this moment is mine and I'm just gonna rock it. And then I just own it. It just felt it's mine. I was there forever. That's what I felt. So this is what gives you when you are confident from within and you don't let other kind of eat you up, or those noises kind of make you confused. You can shine and do whatever you want. Yeah. And I want to say thank you all for listening, and Jay and Gordon, especially for making this platform and inviting me. It's a pleasure. It's really sweet of you. I cannot be more grateful. Really, really grateful for whatever time you have given me and let me talk. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Hello, Mrs. India Universe. Thank you so much for that special appearance and for sharing one of my special ingredients of confidence. I can relate to you because I too gained confidence through fashion. So thank you very much for stating that at this event here. A lot of us do really need that ingredient in life. So thank you so much, and thank you for being with us. We have to move forward because we have two more great speakers waiting to speak. And Shilpi, would you like to?
Yes, absolutely. Mrs. C. Prema is our next guest speaker. She is an amazing person. She is the founder and CEO of Athra Enterprise. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Ma'am, feel free to come and just have your time and enlighten us.
I think she's joining us from India, and it's early morning right now.
Yes, it is. It is very early, and we are so thankful that she made up that, she came here at that early time. We should be mentioning this. Amazing, Diana, for mentioning this. Thank you so much for actually coming at this time.
For being with us, and good morning, and continue.
Yeah. Good morning and good evening too. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and thanks for your wonderful introduction. I am Mrs. Prema from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. My company's name is Athra Enterprise. Okay. Actually, I have shared a PDF file with Mr. Jay. Could you please share the PDF file? Sorry, PPT. Is it possible to share it? Because my system has some problem here. I'm not able to share that PPT file, PPT presentation.
Unfortunately, I cannot share because I'm running this on Facebook. So you may have to do without it. Would that be okay, Prema?
Okay. Okay. No issues. Let me share it here itself. Okay. Let me just. Okay, there is no chance. Okay, let me share my actually my topic is homemaker to entrepreneur. I would like to share my journey into. I divided my journey into 5 parts: before marriage and after marriage. Like that, I have divided my entrepreneurial journey into 5 parts. So part 1 is before marriage. Actually, we are 3 daughters to our parents. I am the 3rd one. I done my schoolings and graduation in Coimbatore. I was interested in doing business when I was 14 years old. But my father told me to finish my schooling and graduation and then work in the bank. Since bank staff will get high salary and a high reputation in the society as well. We had to listen to him and obey his words because he was a very strict father, like a military man. We didn't have the courage to speak out against him, but he was a very good father. He always think about his daughters' futures. That he doesn't have sons, only 3 daughters, so that he was very strict. and he behaves like a very strict military man. So part 2 is after marriage. I got married after my graduation. When I told my husband about my desire to do business, like my father refused. He said it was enough to be looking after the child and the house, better be a homemaker. But my interest in the business did not weaken and the search for it continued. Since he is a government employee, government job, he has often, he has job transfers more often. That's why he told me that it is not possible to do business when we have transfer. So I accepted, but my desire did not get end. Part 3 is early stage of my business. I saw an advertisement on the newspaper that I was giving training at Coimbatore Agri University to prepare food items like spice powders, pickles, vermicelli, and so on. Immediately, I joined it. I started making small quantities of what I have learned and selling it to my friends, relatives, and neighbors. Their good response and reception motivated me. At the same time, negative feedbacks also demotivated me. So I thought I am not fit for it. I had mixed emotions and my maturity level was very low in terms of business. Also, I couldn't continue it because of my husband had frequent transfers. I couldn't do my business until my son was 10 years old. During those 10 years, I was not sit idle at home. I took up all my training in tailoring, making bakery products, and training in everything I loved. Then part 4 is homemaker to school teacher. So then I have started my career as a teacher because we decided to business is not a, this is not the right time to run a business because we have transfer. So I thought of simply sitting idle at home. I would become a teacher, and I took training, teacher training, B.Ed. I completed all the necessary degrees, and I have become a teacher. Had been working as a middle school teacher and high school teacher in reputed schools for more than 15 years. So next one is part 5, early stage of my business. One day I got a spark during my teaching time when I saw many students used to bring maida-based noodles to school for lunch more often since they liked it very much. The spark was, why should not I make healthier and tastier noodles for them? My R&D started from that moment. I started to spend all my possible time to learn about millet noodles and value addition to millets. I am very much interested in R&D and R&D in food sector and love to learn different items. So that I have spent all my possible time to learn many training sessions in Agri University, in post-harvest department, food processing department, all government organizations like CFTRI, KVK, MABIF, Tamil Nadu Agri University, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu Agri University, Madurai. Like that, I have approached them and I took training and I made my updated in all the field. So now I have successfully, I'm successfully running my own manufacturing unit at Coimbatore. We now manufacture millet-based products like millet noodles, millet vermicelli, millet pongal mix, like that. All kind of millet-based products we are manufacturing now. So some points about our millet. Products are. Why should customers buy our millet noodles like that? I should like share with you. Actually, original noodles are made from maida, which is called as all-purpose flour or wheat refined flour. Nowadays, we all have heard about the several disadvantages of consuming maida on regular basis. So I thought of giving healthy alternatives to maida noodles. Now we export to few countries like USA, UK, Qatar, Oman, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia. Also, we supply all over India. In the name of brand name is Narbavi. It means it brings goodness to everyone. So I took training in EDP training, that is entrepreneurship development training in reputed institutions in Coimbatore. And I have become a Thai RSV workshop member, and I got a mentorship from USA mentors for 6 months. Also EPC training, that is import and export training from EPC Coimbatore chapter, and export relevant software training from B Accuracy, export reverse training online session from Consult Kriba, and I have become a member in Export Promotion Center since 2018, Sopra since 2018, APEDA since 2019, MABIF since 2021. Like that, I would like to be a member of these reputed organizations, which help me to grow my business in all aspects. And also we have great market opportunity in all relevant areas like canteens, hotels, caterers, local shops, and supermarkets, department stores, and dealers, distributors. Like that, we have a wide range of market opportunity. We have a good team, and we used to market our products in all social medias and Google My Business, and attending exhibitions, emails, networking. So through these channels, we used to expand our business. And also, I used to attend all kind of exhibitions, which is running in and around of our my area, my native place. And I have some achievements like nominated for South India Startup Award in 2018. And some I have been selected as one of the best women entrepreneurs by Google, and it asked me to be a mentor to some rural women entrepreneurs who enrolled in the Sati Women Empowerment Program. The same way, IIMR team visited my company just 10 days back, that is Indian Institute of Millet Research, Hyderabad, recognized as one of the best companies out of 5 in Tamil Nadu, and visited our unit just recently. The same way, PM FME team also visited my unit, that is Agri University Coimbatore recognized our effort and recommended to the team of PM FME, that is Prime Minister Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprise. That team also visited our unit. And recently, I shared my entrepreneurial journey and export journey at the Export Promotion Center. They also recognized me as one of the best women exporters. And today I got a chance to share my journey in London for Success, that is Allied Women Power in this 2022 summit. So this, and now actually once my husband and my father, they both were refused me to become an entrepreneur. Now both of this man in my life have become a brand ambassadors. So I thought it is a great achievement in my business career. And I have very good testimonials from kids, right from age 1 to 100 years, that because our product is suitable for all the ages. So because of my consistency and perseverance, make me to be a great women entrepreneur today. So I do not know how to express my happiness. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
This is amazing. This is amazing how you actually, from where people were not giving you the opportunity, you made your way through your effort and your determination, and you are the woman today you are. I'm pretty sure so many of us will be encouraged to, break barriers and be the person who we want to be. Thank you,
Actually,
Mrs. C. Prema.
sorry, I just wanted to quickly jump in and say March 8th is International Women's Day, and it is actually to celebrate women's achievements. And see, Prema, thank you so much for actually
Absolutely.
pointing out all your achievements that you've achieved, because that's how people get motivated, listening to those achievements.
Absolutely,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
And I want to actually uh, share this with everyone here, that I know you all are sitting there and listening to these wonderful women sharing their journey, their so much of knowledge and everything. But we have, after the speakers are done speaking, sharing their all the speech and all that they want to share, we have a moment, we will have a time when we will be having appreciation and celebration session where the room will be open. You get to talk, you get to chat with each other and have a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Don't think that it's only going to be the speakers talking and you won't have an opportunity to share your thing or ask them something. Maybe you have some questions for them. Just hold on tight, just have that question ready, and once the speakers are done, you'll be free to do that. Okay, so just stay tuned. Diana, what's it? Let's invite our next speaker, right?
Yes. Thank you, Shilpi. And yes, and that will be only for 15 minutes. That Q&A will be only for 15 minutes. We will not hold you back here. But because we're going to have that celebration, because we're going to have that fun, we are super excited to bring our final speaker. We save the best for the last, right? So the final speaker, who is very experienced in spreading happiness. So because we're going to jump into that happiness moment right after her, we're going to bring her right now, where she's going to share some information related to happiness. And who is she?
Okay, let me let me
None other than, okay, I'll say none other than Haley Patry. Here she is.
Yes, here she is. She's a mega speaker, #1 best-selling author, true happiness coach, facilitator, and founder of the Lifted Lid.
Thank you, ladies, so much. It's such an honor to be here with such amazing, amazing, talented speakers, women and men who are all in support of this wonderful week where we are celebrating International Women's Day. Hi, everyone. My name is Haley. When I am not working, I am blessed to be happily married with 3 boys, but this is my second chance at love and happiness. And while today I count many blessings, it wasn't always this way. In my short talk this evening, I want to share with you some of the strategies that have allowed me to finally claim happiness at 42. But I first want to give you a little bit of the journey, because I was very inspired from all the speakers this evening, how real and raw and authentic you each were sharing about your journey. So here's a little piece of mine. In my childhood, things were very challenging. From the age 8 up until 16, I battled depression, anorexia, and that struggle culminated with 2 suicide attempts at the age of 16. Thankfully, of all my skills, dying was not one of them. So I'm still here. Before I turned my life around, things got a little bit worse. I was attacked at knife point, and this attack led to cervical cancer, multiple reproductive, reconstructive surgeries. And it's amazing when I look back 25 years ago to that rape. There are moments in our life that define us, and not in the way that we think. That moment did not define me for the scars, for the horror, for the atrocity of what happened. That moment is where Coach Haley was born. I realized in that moment that I was given a buffet of trauma to eat from in my life, not to break me, but to make me, so that I could first go through the experiences firsthand that were challenging, learn how to overcome them and survive, learn how to thrive, and then help as many other people as possible. Overcoming those adversities at the age of 17, I was at a place in my life where my self-worth was extremely low. And so, ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, but we choose our partners based on a match for our self-worth at the time. This will explain a little bit about my first husband. So in my early 20s, taking on my first marriage, having still very low self-worth for myself, I didn't choose the healthiest partner or relationship at that time. I know many of us that are on the line today at the moment, we have countless people watching live on different platforms, and there are 59 of us together right at this moment here on Zoom. Many of us have been in toxic love, unsafe love, feeling trapped in a relationship. And so while I went on my self-worth journey to take it from 0 to 2 and work towards being a 10, there were things that were in my life that were extremely hard. I left my first marriage with police protection with a baby, and at the age of 27 became a single mom, inheriting 6 figures of debt from my first relationship. Going about that journey, turning my life around, it took me until the age of 30 to realize I'm not a 0 and I don't deserve a life of nonstop trauma. I am a 10. I deserve a 10, and I want to help everyone I can possibly touch to realize they're a 10 and create their life to be a 10. Shortly after, I met my second husband. He is the gentleman on the book behind me. And together we raised that son who is turning 16 this weekend. And together we created 2 more boys who are 7 and 6. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today, not because my story matters. I'm here because your story matters. In this very moment where I'm so proud of how my life has turned out so that I can be there for others as a coach, working through things like depression, anxiety, addiction, trauma, loss, where I can work with couples and help with trauma and infidelity and how to create healthy relationships. This is only possible because of the journey that I went through. And I'm only sharing this little piece of my story because I want you to look at your story the way I'm about to tell you mine. I couldn't be the coach happily married with these beautiful boys today if I hadn't first come out of that first marriage, surviving domestic violence, being a single parent, and going through all that debt. Because in that story is actually where I met my second husband. I would not have chosen my first husband if it wouldn't have been for my very challenging childhood, the eating disorder, the low self-worth we met in the fitness industry. And so every part of my story, when I look backwards, at the time what was so hard and so horrible, when I look backwards today, there isn't a moment on my timeline that I would delete. Everything in my life has led to being in a place today where I have no regrets. All of the people in my story have been forgiven. And I am finally proud, as our amazing speakers talked about today, of the woman in the mirror. So why am I telling you this? Coming from parents who had a bit of a bumpy ride in their marriage, being once the wife who had a very bumpy and unsafe ride in my first marriage, and being happy today, this is not an accident. There is a skill set, and I want to share those skills with you today. And the actual topic of my talk for today is the ideal love method. Why it's important to talk about this method for how to have healthy love relationships is because just a few decades ago, women had no say in relationships. In some of our grandmothers' lives or mothers' lives even, not just our great-grandmothers' lives, we were purchased as brides. We were lucky enough if we were betrothed to someone. Just to be chosen by someone else, we had no say in whether we wanted this choice for ourselves. Today, more and more women are in love marriages and choice marriages. And as we are celebrating International Women's Day, we are also celebrating our right to choose safety, to choose relationships that are not toxic, where we are not being oppressed by any form of abuse, psychological, emotional, narcissistic, physical, financial, sexual, or otherwise. And we can stand and have our voice in relationships, not just to have a partner, but to have a healthy partner. Not just to be married, but to be healthily married, happily married. So I'm going to share my screen with you in a moment because I actually want to give you some key takeaways in this final speech for the evening, some skills you can start to use if you are in a love relationship right now and you finally know you're a 10. Your relationship deserves to be a 10, and it might need a little bit of an upgrade. There might be some shift, some transformation, some requests you would like to ask for. And just a few generations ago, we weren't asking for anything. So this is relevant to our celebration of International Women's Day, that we can even bring standards. Equality is a wonderful mission for us, but there was a short time ago where we weren't allowed to have any standards in relationships. And now we can, and we're standing for equality. We're standing for excellent treatment. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my slides. Give me a moment as I do that. And I want to share with you. Here we go. So this, my friends, is all about the ideal love method. I only told you my story because I wanted you to feel for yourself that no matter what your love history looks like, or what your childhood looks like, or some of the adversities that you have gone through, as we all have gone through adversities, we can create very happy selves, lives, and
I think we
I
lost
think
her
we just
connection.
lost her. Yeah, maybe there was some
Yeah.
error in the connection.
Sure, I'm sure she will log in back. But meanwhile, while she's on her way back, I would just wanted to take a moment to thank you everyone for being here and continuously staying patiently listening to everyone's speaking. This is great and it is amazing. It's Thursday night, but these leaders who are talking here are giving out great points so that we can take away some of these points and apply in our lives
Absolutely.
as well. Right, Shilpi?
Yes, and I would actually like to take a moment here and also introduce Diana. Take a moment and introduce her, because I know I just said her name, and people have joined after, after we have started. So I would like to take a moment and start introducing Diana. How about that? So let me say, she has a big bio. I'm telling you, she has a big bio, but let me just shorten it, and I'm not consuming much time till the time Haley joins again. So her bio goes this way. Diana is the founder of Project Dreams. She is the co-founder of VJTV HD, co-founding member of Immigrant Women in Business, marketing strategist, media personality, and community professional. She is also an author in Letter for Success, Volume 3, Untold Stories. There is so much more to say about her.
Shilpi, thank you so much for quickly running my little bio in there. But Shilpi, you are amazing individual. You're doing amazing to a lot of people through teaching yoga and meditation. When Sanjita was saying a lot about how meditation is important, I apply that in my life as well. For me to be here and speaking in front of you or hosting this event along with you, meditation does help a lot, and I do practice it every day morning, which helps me to keep my mindset in a proper way. And Shilpi, I know you are teaching a lot of people yoga, right? And you're also spreading all these things. And Shilpi is doing amazing in her community as well. And Shilpi, what else do you do, Shilpi? I know you're a yoga, you teach makeup, you do a lot, because I do interview uh, change makers. Thank you, Sanjita. I do interview change makers on my channel, and I did interview Shilpi as well on my Instagram page, and she surprised me. She said, I don't just do yoga teaching, but I also teach people how to do makeup and make them look good. So no wonder, because Swapna is your sister. So she is coming from a fashion background. So there's that connection that comes. Now, if Haley does not come back, we have 5 more minutes for Haley.
She's trying to come back on.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gordon,
Thank you
for sharing that.
Well, when she comes back and when she completes her presentation, we will go into this quick 15 minutes Q&A. So if anybody has any questions to ask at these great, amazing keynote speakers, please go ahead, throw all your questions. They're ready to answer and inspire you all with their answers as well. So thank you. And Shilpi, if you have anything else, you are more than welcome to speak.
Yes, don't forget, you can actually reach out to them. And yes, I think Haley is here. We have just few more moments when she'll start again and, share the awesomeness she has. So
let me jump in, Shilpi, while Haley is joining, and I wanted to give a notable mention to few countries. We have Bahrain. Somebody from Bahrain woke up at 3 a.m. is here in the room. We have a judge in the room. We have people from California. We have people from India. We have people from Oregon. We are Toronto, of course, all over Toronto. And we have people from Malaysia. Our members from Malaysia is in the room. We have people from Singapore, Connie, I know you're from Malaysia, you're here. So we are truly a global platform. So it is very right. So to say, it is a truly an International Women's Day celebration with Landed for Success. I just wanted to mention that you guys can take over when Haley is here.
Is Haley here? Hey, let me.
I think Haley is here. Haley, if you're here, feel free to just jump right in and continue. Let me see if she is already here. I saw her.
While you're looking for Haley, I just wanted to take this moment to thank these two gentlemen here, Jay and Gordon, for organizing this for these amazing women and celebrating it with us together and supporting us, lifting us in every possible way they can so that we can shine as much as we can. Is she here?
No, I don't see her as of now. I actually saw she joined, but then I think there is some disturbances with her, some technical issues, I could say.
Yeah, there is a technical issue. So with Jay's and Gordon's permission, why don't we just go into, oh no,
Okay.
she's
She's here.
Yeah. Okay, so she's here and let's hear. Haley is an amazing speaker. I've had the privilege to interview her on my show, and she was sharing amazing, great key points for a successful, great marriage and also to stay in a healthy relationship. Haley, if you're here, you're more than welcome to go ahead and continue.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, my friends. I did not know I was frozen. Diana, Gordon, thank you for texting me. I was talking away with the slides, had no idea I lost connection.
Yep, you are
Things happen.
unstoppable.
Life happens.
Unstoppable.
Go ahead.
You know what, my friends, I'm going to skip the screen share so I can see your beautiful faces. And I will do this very quickly to make up for the lost technical time. What I really wanted to share with you tonight is that there's a 5-step process you can begin to use in your home, your relationship right now. Why this is so important for International Women's Day is we don't want to settle for just having a partner or a partnership. We want to create beautiful connection, healthy, thriving partnerships. And so here is the ideal love method without the screen share. If you want to write down the word ideal, I is where you take inventory of all the parts of your love relationship right now. That includes things like appreciation, respect, closure, trust, finances, parenting or family values, how you communicate together. Also, your resiliency as a couple, fun and adventure, romance, loving kindness, intimacy. There are many parts to a healthy relationship. And the first step in raising the quality of yours is doing an intake for how it is at the moment. Step 2 in the ideal love method is to design the relationship you would rather be having with your partner right now. Think of each part of your relationship in this moment. If your finances are a 3 out of 10, work with Gordon and Jay and the incredible team at Landed for Success and raise that for you and your partner. But what does the raise look like? For step D, we want to be designing the 2.0 version of your relationship together. How do you want intimacy to be as a couple? Communication. What kind of fun and connection do you want to have together? The third step is to figure out what's in the way. So the third step in the ideal love method is to eliminate the roadblocks. It's one thing to know where you are as a couple and where you want to go. Of course, we're going to plan out how to get there, but we also need to be really clear about what might be standing in your way. The fourth step is A, and that is to build your action plan. It's not enough to just talk about the challenges you have as a couple or the hopes you have as a couple. We want to actually be figuring out day to day and week to week what you can really do about it together. What are the new skills or tools or methods that you could employ? And the L is to learn the 6 secret skills of how to be happy and love together. And because I lost some time with technology, I was going to share 4 tools with you today, but I want to share one. We're going to talk about dating your sweetheart. Now, I know in Many communities, dating your partner is not even a thing. Unless you are getting, as Diana and I talked about in our interview the other day, getting all dressed up, going somewhere fancy, spending a lot of money, and, heaven forbid you even ask to have that quality time with your partner. But I will tell you, my friends, the statistics tell us couples who date each other once a week are 3.5 times happier. Does it guarantee you won't have infidelity? No, but it certainly improves your likelihood of being healthy as a couple and avoiding some of the major traumas that you could go through in your relationship. So my recommendation is that you and your partner set a goal to have one date a week, if not more, and for that date to be 3 hours. I know that sounds like a lot, but here's the thing. 3 hours of quality time or days of fighting and not talking. 3 hours with a babysitter or nights of resentment, disconnection, and tension. If you're very busy, even meeting together for lunch, having some quality time together in the morning. The way my husband and I look at it, we raised 3 boys that have some significant mental health challenges, and we love them fiercely, but we love it when they've gone to bed and we can have alone time as well. We look forward to those dates like they're the oxygen that keeps our marriage alive. And so if you haven't dated your partner in, well, as long as you can remember, this is a great time to put a date on the books. You don't need to go to a restaurant. You don't need to go spend a lot of money. It's just about setting that intention to have some time where you connect, where it's just the two of you. You've brushed your teeth. You've taken a shower. You're wearing underwear that doesn't have holes in it. It's those little things that say, I want this time with us to be special. And so the tips that I'm not going to get to share with you tonight, I'm going to send to Gordon and Jay so that they can give you my whole slide deck for free, that they can give you the book Behind My Shoulder for free. I want to make sure you get those tips because one of them was going to be how to have the most meaningful conversation once a week, takes just 15 minutes. A second tip was going to be 10-second techniques for having micro moments of connection. And another was going to be all around restoring intimacy. So I want to make sure that you get those and we'll get that out to you. And I also feel so badly that internet or my computer went boop. So I'm going to give any one of you who are watching a free 30-minute relationship support session. If you are in a love relationship right now and you know that it is due for a raise, I would love to give you those techniques in greater detail that apply for you. Or if you're in a love relationship right now and you know that it's no longer safe for you to be who you are in this relationship and thrive, and you need to just get that safely off your chest to somebody who has been there, who has made that very tough decision, you can have that 30 minutes to just process that and have some love and support on this side. So what is the moral of today's story? A girl that came from depression, 0 self-worth, surviving rape, cervical cancer, eating disorder, thinking I was a 0 out of 10, attracting only abusive relationships, dysfunctional and toxic relationships. When I did the work on me to raise my own self-worth, remember in love, it takes 1 before it takes 2. 1 whole and well person before we have 2 whole and well people dancing together. When I did that work, which happened by the time I turned 30, I finally was able to attract the right partner into my life. And now at the age of 42, we use these techniques, the same ones I want to share with you, to keep our love healthy against many, many odds. Raising kids with a genetic chromosome disorder, mental health challenges, going through some of the things we go through as a family. And like all of you, we all have our human, real life challenges made extra interesting by the pandemic of late. That we can create, as all of our great speakers said tonight, when we set our mind in motion, when we choose a quality of life that we are committed to create, when we choose that we are quality and we do that work, we surround ourselves with incredible uplifting communities, which is what Gordon and Jay have created at Landed for Success. But there's something extra special about this community, and I just want to name it right now. I was made in Jamaica. So yes, I don't have the necessary obvious face that you would say, oh, she's got Jamaica on her heart, but I love to be in diverse rooms. And one of the things that's really special about what you've done, Gordon and Jay, I see religions, ethnicities, countries, ages, all shades, all backgrounds, multiple time zones. I see a world of diversity that you have brought together. And I think it's really special that we are celebrating International Women Women's Day and Women's Week on a platform with diverse voices from diverse backgrounds, because we all can learn so much from each other. So technology, bloop, I'm so sorry, but I love you. I hope you love you. I hope you get to have healthy love in your life. And I hope you know you are not in your grandmother's story or your great grandmother's story, or maybe even your mother's story. You are allowed to stand for excellence in relationships, to be part of the excellence, and to recreate excellence when it's been lost, or to step away and start love again if that is your best option. Nothing is impossible. Thank you all so much for letting me talk a little bit about love tonight and overcoming adversity to get there.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Haley. This was really nice. We know we had some technical thing, but I think what you shared in that nugget, I think this actually is so precious. It doesn't matter that, we had this technical issue. And really, I would like to take a moment here and thank all the speakers. And I know some of the audiences here have joined late. So I want to actually take a moment and thank everyone and give a little bit of introduction of every speaker they have spoken here. What should I say? So I start with thanking Aisha Sardar for being such an awesome speaker here. She is the Executive Director, Global South Asian Women, GSAW, Cultural Advisor at City of Pickering. And we are thrilled that you were here and you are here with us right now. Thank you so much, Aisha. Next, we had Rosetta Q. She is the CEO of Think and Grow Rich Caribbean Institute. I'm still, at that time, I still remember I had chills. So thank you, Rosetta, for your speech. Then we had the amazing speaker, Sanjukta Das. She is the business placement advisor with Humbert's Faculty of Business, founder of the Canadian Women's Organization Wings. And I will never forget, never forget how, every woman actually has this thing and how special and awesome their mom or a figure can play a role in their life. It is scientifically proved actually that our parents, kids actually model their parents and how you portrayed it. The next speaker we had, the next guest appearance we had was Swapna Debroy. She is Mrs. India Universe 2020-2021, Mrs. Confidence Subtitled, a businesswoman, designer, stylist, spiritual and positivity. She's an author in Lender for Success Volume 3. Thank you, Swapna. It's so awesome that everyone here came with such a different topic, a different point of view, a different perspective. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Mrs. C. Prema. She's the founder and CEO of Uttara Enterprise, and this time I think I pronounced it correct. Thank you, Mrs. Prema, for sharing your journey and inspiring other women. And also I want to thank Haley. Again, I'm going to say she's the mega speaker, best-selling author, true happiness coach and facilitator, founder of the Lifted Lid. And I know I've taken this time here and it was not meant to be. It was not meant to be like that, but I just wanted to let everyone know who the speakers were, because I know some of you have joined late and you missed the opportunity to know these people, and maybe you might now come up with some questions that you might have right now, because we're going to open that celebration and appreciation session. What's it, Diana?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shilpi, for that lovely thank you note for each of the speakers. For those of you who came in late and would love to recap and know what actually went through from the beginning, this is being recorded and it will be on the YouTube for Land for Success and on our Facebook page. So please do not forget to go and take a look at it. You will not miss any of this. So now the flow is open. So if any one of you have any questions to be asked at these wonderful keynote speakers, please feel free to put your questions in the comment, and we will ask who you, please name the speaker's name as well, the question and who you're asking the question at, and they will be so pleased to answer. I will be, so we got a lot of comments in the chat section saying for each keynote speakers, you've got amazing feedbacks from all the viewers that were here. And until someone is going to ask a question, I have a question to ask Swapna, because I have been in the same journey of fashion, and I wanted to ask one question at her. People think it is an easy job to be in the fashion industry, to go and model and walk in the ramp. And they think just because you're beautiful, that you get to model, or you get to be in the fashion, or you get to be in the pageant. But I myself wanted to be in the pageant because I wanted to know how this pageant system works. So could you tell me one of the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome that challenge?
Thank you, Diana. And that's the question I'm facing actually. Like every day I get messages, people just thinking how I look is me. And they just think, you are in this fashion industry and you look like this and that's why you are. And I say, no, it's so much more. I am so much more than just how I look. I cannot compete with my face. So and this industry, yes, that's true. It's diluted. Many a place, there are people who are asking for things. And I was surprised. I was shocked. I'm like, wow, really? Like that. And I have a comfortable life. So I don't have to really do things that it's like a must, But there are people who really desperately want to do things. They would go and compromise and, just because that's their dream. And I could just sit back and realize, oh my God, I'm so blessed because I don't have to do things. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I love it. But there are girls that are fighting for it. And on the other side, people who are hiring or people who are, doing these things, they're asking for things that you may not be comfortable with. So this fashion industry or the media industry, I would say, not the news or channel, this I don't know, but the thing which looks flashy, kind of. It's like inside I'm experiencing this and I'm like, thank God I don't have to do this. I'm asking like, if this is what I can do, and they can come up with right away, like, this is what we want, like that. So it's, yeah. But yeah, for you, if you want to join pageant, you can talk to me. I can definitely directly.
Oh, no. Thank you so much, Swapna. I already had the experience. I learned about the system. I am not stepping into that anymore.
Anybody wants you, because now I have
Yeah.
been there. I have connections and we can do that.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Swapna. Thank you so much for that answer. And Haley, thank you so much for pointing that out in the chat that Ayesha didn't get to finish her talk and we had to interrupt. So Ayesha, now is the time for you. If you can finish the two things that you couldn't finish, please feel free to finish it. We would appreciate, because people are eager to hear, because you are powerful. Being in the South Asian industry, in the community, we do need a woman like you to voice out. So please go ahead and share the 2 points that you missed out. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana, but I think I was on a roll there. Now coming back to it is going to be an issue, but because, I think Haley is as curious as I am about things. So she just couldn't let go of the third pointer there. Didn't you, Haley? I'll just tell you what the last one was. It was all about giving back to your community, because as individuals, we have been privileged, we have learned so much, and we have been experienced. And I feel to empower others, you need to get back into your community and give back. It is important to remember where you come from, what your roots are. But at the same time, it is a choice that all of us have to make. It is a choice that how will you use yourself? How will you use everything that you have been served or given which is greater than yourself? How do you truly empower others? And the true reward here probably is what you get back. Even if you have impacted one life, even if you have touched one life, that speaks a lot. I actually wanted to share I received quite a few messages on the Women's Day. I wanted to share one of them. It said, like, thank you for being the women in my life who inspired and motivated me to achieve more in life. Because of you, I'm able to stand, able to give my opinion. Your friendship matters a lot, whether we speak often or not. You're always in my prayers. So the person knows who I'm talking about. So thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for the support. And at the end, I actually wanted to thank Gordon and Jay, because they're so amazing. They're one of the supporters of women. This is what we need. This is what we want. If you have to talk about equality, if you have to talk about everybody coming together, you need platforms like this. You need people who believe that the other genders are also equal. And at the end, I just want to say a quote which resonated with me. It said, feminism isn't about making women strong. We know we are strong. It is about changing the way world perceives strength. And that has to be changed. So anyways, thank you so much. And Haley, there's your third pointer.
Thank you so much, Ayesha. You are wonderful, and thank you for being the voice. There is a hand raised. Urmila, do you have a question? Would you like to ask someone? Okay, let me unmute you. Sorry. Could you unmute from your end?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Who would you like to ask the question to?
Oh, given an opportunity, I'll ask every individual. They're all amazing women. But I guess I'm going to go with Mrs. Sanjukta Das. May I?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, Urmila, what's your question?
You really touched me because I do have a connection with Mother Teresa and Pope John Paul, and the convent education, the English education you said. But my question is, are you willing to give me a day or an hour or something to shadow you one of the days?
See, that I am absolutely honored that you're asking that. And on a very daily basis, I am not exaggerating. I do it. I do it because I feel that I have a role to the community around me. And it doesn't matter what I say, I have to do. So even just now, I have somebody here on the screen whom I said, you need to become a speaker. We women have to learn how to empower one another. Big talks mean nothing. We have to do. So if you truly, truly want, why 1 day and 1 hour? We can do it. Whatever you feel, let's connect. And you can get my number from Jay. You can connect with me and let me know where I can help you. I will be most grateful to be able to do that.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you. I take it as a blessing because I believe in giving back to the community is the only way
giving back.
of learning.
It is just to stay connected. It's not about my giving back. You are already empowered. That's why you're able to ask for this.
I wanted to grab the opportunity.
You are, and each one today on the screen is a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Just look back. Look at what Haley said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And
I can relate.
In each one of us, there is a Haley.
Oh, look at Prema ma'am from Coimbatore. She's just like unbelievable.
Yeah. So our struggles are not just experiences. They are stories to empower us and the community around us. And why I talk about meditation is because, the society has a feeling, when I retire, I'm going to meditate.
Oh, no.
Because we're running after things. We don't have the time to shut it off and sit down for 10 minutes.
In fact, I tell Jay to do that sometimes as a friend. The rat race that we have.
Jay knows. Me and Jay, we keep talking about it. But the truth is that if we give ourselves that time to contemplate, as many said today, we turn out to be more dynamic. And each one of us here are sitting here because we want to be our best selves. We're sitting here because we want to be absolutely successful, our best versions. And let me tell you, everyone, let no one redefine you. You are the best version. Just know that and keep walking. Thank you so much. I don't want to take any more time.
Thank you so much. I'm blessed. I will connect with you. Absolutely.
Absolutely, Sanjukta. Like Urmila is very humble. She's a medical doctor, and I will absolutely connect her to you, Sanjukta.
Hugs, just now. Let me tell you, everybody has been talking about Jay and Gordon. You know, Jay and Gordon are two allies in the community who are just uplifting people. I cannot even tell you what Jay has done to me. I cannot finish saying. He is a part of my life where if I'm in trouble and if I'm feeling worried, I will send him a message. Not as my boyfriend, I've turned 60, but as somebody who's able to give that support. Even yesterday, there was a student who was extremely rude. And he just was so calm and told me, I will deal with it, wait. And that wait changed everything for me. Yeah. So, I mean, I cannot even tell you, young girls, that you are here today, how much Jay and Gordon are doing in order to give us this portal. Gordon has been at it for the last God knows how long, not sleeping. So, truly speaking, making this portal is not easy. I run a nonprofit organization. And we are truly, each one of you, let me be the voice of all of us here today to Jay and Gordon. Absolute salute. And next year is going to be grander. Thank you, Urmila, for connecting.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I would echo your saying that Gordon has been very inspiring, and Jay, I know him more on a personal level.
Yes.
So, and as you know, like so many of the eminent speakers were saying, the ethnicity, the diversity that we bring, and the profession, like, you know, each one of us wear different hats. Like, you know, I'm not only a doctor, I'm a sports athlete, and I'm into fashion. I do a lot. But I love to learn. The learning, it's just, we are the tip of the iceberg. So it's every day, we learn something. And today, I'm so glad I made it to it. I was sick. I told Jay, I might make it, I might not. So technology again. Thank you.
That's absolutely amazing. And because everyone here is so gaga about Jay and Gordon, why don't we actually ask them to say something here, you know? Come and say something, because I know everyone is so happy and so honored and so privileged and so thankful and so grateful. So why don't we call these two amazing men to say something here, you know, share their thought, how they're feeling today with all the gaga and the gratefulness that everyone is sharing, you know.
She'll be well said, because I mean they are the two who needs to close this little event, so they will be speaking at the end. But before that, I see a lot of messages popping up on the chat section. They're all thanking everyone, but I don't see any question popping in there. So I just quickly wanted to ask Rosetta Kadi, what is it that she does? What is her institute all about? And could you tell a little bit about your institute, Rosetta?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't share much of my background, but my husband and I have our own business. We do business in over 6 different countries, and very successful business. And so I was born and raised in Jamaica. So I was able to break free from poverty. So that's why I got the rights for Think and Grow Rich. So I am now teaching the principles to people in Jamaica and other countries in the Caribbean. So, which is helping to transform their lives. So that's what my institute is about. I also a certified hypnotherapist, and I've helped a lot of people with that. Also, I am doing my master's in psychotherapy. I'm doing a lot of different things. So just to sum it up, all I'm doing a lot of things, but I don't want to get into it. It's just there's too it's too much.
Thank you, Rosetta. I think, Shilpi, it's about time for us to end the event that we're doing. So, Jay and Gordon, please go ahead and share some of your.
Gordon, go ahead, and then I'll go.
Awesome. Well, why don't I jump in? Shilpi, Diana, thank you so much. Let's give these two a big hand, you guys. It's been an incredible amount of work behind the scenes. And I'm just so impressed with not just the work and the effort you put in behind the scenes to make this work, but your willingness just to serve, right? To make sure that everybody that was going to be here today was going to have an amazing time, right? And learn, right? Have you guys learned a lot today? Yes, I know it's hard for people to hear, but you're the amazing speakers. All 5 of our speakers that are here are just absolutely amazing. And I hope you guys reach out and have conversations with each one of them. Landed for Success, love for you guys to be a part of what we do. Whether it's our this event here, wouldn't it be great if next year, like I know COVID's been kind of a little bit funny, but wouldn't it be great if this time next year, Sanjuka, we take, what's the biggest facility Humber College holds? Like you guys have like don't you guys have like a stage? And
we have a huge auditorium where we could have a talk outside this place, and definitely we can use a lot of facility within Humber College.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we had live events as well? Like I know Jay's thinking about a masquerade party. He's thinking of an event with like 500 or 1,000 people. So it's not just the online event, but the ability for us to all come together, meet, inspire, motivate. And you talked about going back to work, and instead of being able to hug each other, you're like going like this, elbows, right, or fist pumps. But it's so amazing, right? When you have a group of women that could come together, and we're not, pardon the expression, right? And we're not bitching and whining and complaining, but we're actually really here to uplift each other. And I want to say thank you to some of the men who are here too. And I don't want to leave on anybody. You got, Jay Shohan, Terrence Lushington, Sammy. There's some amazing men who are here too that are supporting. And I guess, finally, some of us men have gotten inspired enough that, yes, we just got to get out of the way and let the women do what the women do best, right? And you guys are just incredible. So thank you so much for being here, being part of Landed for Success. This was, I got to tell you, it was Jay's idea. It was his baby, his idea. I'm going to let him wrap up. Before we do that, you guys okay if I share a really quick poem with you? You guys know I love poems. And this is a poem from Marianne Williamson. And I haven't memorized it 100% yet. So work with me here for a minute, you guys. And it goes something like this. It says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. To you, Mr. J.
Thank you. So yeah, this is I cannot express and thank each and every one of our speakers and moderators, of course, but I also wanted to mention some notable, before I go that, like, Landed for Success, our motto is network and grow. So feel free to, like today after this meeting, like we will stop the recording and we will go into the concept of meeting after the meeting. Feel free to put your contact information and what you do. And we even, like, if you are willing to stay for another couple of minutes, you can do your 30 seconds elevator pitch. That's what we do at Landed for Success. We build meaningful connections because, and I, like I said, like coming back, like hearing from Aisha, Sanjukta, Haley, Rosetta, and Prema, and with our moderators, it was amazing. I am so pumped up. And like we have like, oh my God, like I wanted to mention special people.
Hey, Jay, I got so pumped up, I think I just bought another membership.
Did you? That's amazing. So I wanted to mention, like Tammy William is here, Patricia Lindstroke is in the room. We have Zami, Nanmaran, Gayatri from India, and my good friend Amipa is in here. So what I'm mentioning, Ashok is here from India. They're like we had like the powerhouse, like the people who are in this room who did not get to speak but join the room. It's like they are well known in the community and well decorated people. And we also have Meeta, we have Amrita, and we have Connie from Malaysia. The reason I'm leaving, I know a lot of people here, but Monica, like I don't wanted to mention everybody, but I wanted to leave with one thing. I will be thanking you each and every one in this platform individually. But again, when we close it, don't go away. You will get to introduce yourself 30 seconds or even 1 minute. But I'll encourage you today when you walk out of this room, I want you guys to please put in your Instagram handle or LinkedIn or your Facebook, and of course, like look at the Shanta. And I wanted to mention Shanta special because she is an author in Landed for Success 3. She is joining from Bahrain. It's 3 a.m. and that is our author from Bahrain. And me and Gordon is very proud to say we have somebody from Bahrain. Like,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
And Shanta is also Shilpi and Swapna. So we have 3 sisters going to be on the book. That's another special mention. Anyways.
Great event. Thank you, Jan Garden. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shanta.
Anyways, with that, I'm going to end the formal part of this evening, and I'm going to stop Facebook Live, and thank you so much. Then we will start the networking part of it.